G'day folks, Modman here, welcome back to the workshop. Here's a great little stopper idea for your hose. Really simple to make, great little idea. Let's get straight into it. My system is the Reach It Flow Red. Now with this system I like to keep my hoses attached, a small length of hose attached, and then that leads out into my hose reel and away I go. When I finish the job I'll unplug that section there, wrap it up and leave it with the system. Problem here is it drips from here. Now what you can do is take stop ends like this one for example and unplug the hose here, put them on. Another way of doing that is by using the ball valve type ones with it shut and plug that on. But that means I've got to unplug this. That means this will still drip if I hang it up somewhere, still going to drip in my van. Now my van's not waterproofed like some of you blokes. I don't need it to be waterproofed. As long as I keep this thing from dripping, then everything's fine. Now a simple way to do it, I'm going to show you a very simple way of doing it, and that is by using one of these. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to plug this into here. Now the reason I'm going to use this is because it's simple to plug in. This acts as a little handle so you can pull it in and out. The problem here is it's got a hole in it. So I'm going to now show you how to turn this little fella here, cheap, simple and easy, into a plug stopper. Right, so the first thing you want to do straight away is take the little O-ring off one end. Obviously leave it on this end because this is going to be the water stopping end. The one without the ring will be a handle. That's the first thing to do. Second thing to do is tape up the end without the O-ring. That's going to stop the silicone from flowing through. It's a stopper for the silicone. So then what we'll do, we'll just pop that in the vise. Okay, take your silicone and leave the nozzle, you know, the small nozzle, don't cut it, so that it fits nice and neatly inside there. And all you want to do here is fill this up with silicone. Now a mate of mine, Hardy, he showed me this idea, and I think it works an absolute treat. So your silicone is in there now, just tidy that top off. That now becomes your stopper. So take the tape off the end. Now the reason I've taken this O-ring off here is so that you cannot mistaken this and put it on as if it was a working coupler joiner. Because you put this on and it's got a thingo there, you're going to do some damage to your system. So take the O-ring off so you cannot mistaken it. The only other thing you can do is you can color code. This one is a working one, it's hollow. This one is a blocked one. Okay, so orange for good, blue for blocked. Okay, so what we're going to do here is, once I've finished with my hose and I've got some water dripping out of it, this now acts as a plug. Plugs up, there's no more, the water won't drip out of that anymore because it's plugged up. This little section here acts as a great little handle to pull it out when it's ready to go back into your hose reel, and off you go. So that's how I do it. I unhook my hose, put the stopper in, wind it up, hang it over my system like that. I take each one, just the short lengths, just enough. The short lengths are just enough to reach my reels, and that's how I set them up. The waste is down here with a plug on it that rolls up and goes on the system. The inlet, I have an inlet one on. I either use it or I don't. It doesn't really matter. If I'm coming straight from the tap, I'll take that off and plug the tap straight in. If I'm running to my reel and then to a tap. Obviously then I'll use this so I can use my reel. This one here is my son's float. He doesn't use hoses in the way I do because he just runs out of a ute, so it doesn't matter to him whether he's getting water everywhere. So he just uses his shut-off valves here, and then when he takes this off, so you can just use one of these plug ends and just pop that straight on like that. That will do the trick for that. There you go, folks. I hope you liked that little tip, and please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Give that a go.